extends eye care mission to Ibadan. In the Nation newspaper, we have incomplete documentation delaying disbursement of 75 billion naira loans to beneficiaries, says BOL. Vanguard says Afenifere to Southwest governors. Leverage on UN recognition to equip Amotekun. Also in the Vanguard newspaper, we have strike. LASU holds exams, other activities indefinitely. Finally, in the pen pushing newspaper, we have fraudsters begin sale of fake admission forms into newly established Federal University of Medicine Medical Sciences, Abeokuta. Those are the headlines this morning in the national dailies, and we will soon be joined with our analyst on the program this morning. But we're going to go into the national dailies. But it's been a good week for the women. It's been such a good week for our women. And you know already that at Women Radio, we promote our women. Whenever we see good things or even things affecting, our women, we are quick to talk on these matters, which is why this week our women are making us absolutely proud this morning. I'll be this week. Let's take a look at this one. In the cable newspaper, Tinubu, Madam Tinubu praises the Tigress for reaching 2025 Afrobasket final. What makes this really, really unique is that Nigeria becomes the first team to win 5 women's Afrobasket titles in a row. That is amazing. That is nothing short of inspiring as well. President Bola Tinubu said the Tigers have brought honor to Nigeria with their discipline, focus, and team spirit at the 2025 Women's Afrobasket. The president praised the Tigers in a statement following the team's qualification for a 5th consecutive Women's Afrobasket final. On Saturday, Nigeria defeated Senegal with 75 goals to 68 in the semi-final of the competition held in Cote d'Ivoire. The team produced an impeccable final quarter to secure the match after the Senegalese raced to the lead in the 3rd quarter. Reacting to the victory, Tinubu commended the team's resilience and dominance throughout the competition. He also lauded Rena Wakama, the Tigers head coach, for inspiring the team to new heights. The president then assured the Tigers of his support as the team pursues its 5th consecutive Afrobasket title and 7th overall. The Tigers will face Mali in the finals of the competition, billed for 7 p.m. on Saturday. The Nigerian women's team, let me emphasize, remains unbeaten in the women's Afrobasket competition over the last decade. I'll say that again, over the last decade. And the last time the Tigers lost in the competition was in October 2nd, 2015 against Cameroon. So Nigeria is on course to be the first country to win the women's Afrobasket 5 consecutive times. If that's not something amazing, then I don't know what is anymore. Even the first lady in the Punch newspaper has also congratulated the Nigeria's women basketball team for their historic victory at the 2025 FIBA Women's Afro Basket Tournament in Abidjan. Also winning this week, I told you that the women are winning. Toby Amuson wins 5th national title in Lagos. You can also find that in the Punch newspaper. World record holder in the women's 100-meter hurdles, Toby Amuson, cruised to victory in the event at the 2025 Athletics Federation of Nigeria's national trials at the Yaba College of Technology Sports Complex in Lagos. The 28-year-old fired quickly off the blocks at the Yaba Tech Sports Complex and wheeled away to clinch the first position in a record time of 12.57 seconds for her 5th title. Again, I say that our women are winning, and there is no better time to push and get the reserved seats bill for women to be signed into law. Here at WFM, we constantly have been talking about the special seats bill for the women. We tackled this last week as well during the newspaper headlines. And this is something that we are passionate about, making sure that, women, our voices are heard. We are at the forefront of affairs. We contribute to making to policies and laws in our great country of Nigeria. These Super Falcons and the Tigress win, even Toby Amuson's win, it shows, that women will perform if given a chance. Nigerian women are the development change game changers. Let it be recorded boldly in the annals of history that Nigerian women came, they saw, and they changed the leadership landscape when they paved the way for their daughters to join their brothers at the table for inclusive and sustainable development. So we need to celebrate our women and still push for these seats. Okay. Adeyemi, we have our analyst this morning in the house. Adeyemi Adeolu, good morning.
Good morning, for me.
Good
Good morning
morning.
to all our listeners around the world.
Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I'm very fine, thank you. And you know, it's been a rainy day.
It's been a rainy day, yes. Yes. What are your thoughts on this win by the Tigress?
Well, you see, when you were saying the women, uh, they're doing fantastically well, and they're looking at the numbers of time that they have won the FIBA competition and that of the Falcons as well. You see, when you talk about the women in sport in Nigeria, then if you go back to history, you don't forget people like Falilatu, Fali, Odukoya, Chinua Ajunwa, the first woman to give us the Olympic gold, and so many of them that have been on the line, Mary Oyali. So over the years, you find out that women has been outstanding when it comes to Nigeria sport. All we are saying now, as it is, it's not just for women only. It's for the government of Nigeria to please look more and invest into sport, invest into Nigerians. You see, if we can actually invest into Nigeria, this feat that you are seeing, I will tell you, is going to be a child play from what they are going to achieve in the course of time. Because by then, everybody will be encouraged. Those who are, pledging nationality to other countries will not do that. They will step back, to make their country proud. And those who are still young will be encouraged to participate, knowing fully well that their career is secured in Nigeria. So kudos to the Tiger, and thank you to Mr. President. We see that we have a president in place at the moment who appreciates the feat, the success of women. I always trying to encourage women to know that, look, in Nigerian context, women are super. And I heard a lot of people who are castigating the president for giving the Falcons $100,000. You see, let's be honest ourselves. When you talk about the president honoring these girls with $100,000, don't forget these girls are professionals. Don't forget what they earn weekly is more than that 100,000. Some of them. So why do you think 100,000 is too much for them? When you say 100,000, you are talking about those who do not earn to that. That's when you can say that 100,000 may be too much for them. But for those who left their clubs where they earn more and come to compete for your country, to represent your country, and not just representing your country, but bring glory to your country, and you said 100,000 is too much for them. You know how much they earn. Look, these are great footballers. These are people that earn so much. We know what it is. So if they are being given $100,000, I don't think it's too much. To my own opinion, because I look at it, I like to be objective. I don't like to be sentimental because of the situation that is on the ground. You see, in because of this situation ongoing, are there not people in Nigeria that are becoming billionaires on daily basis through genuine business means? There are. So would they say because of the country is not moving forward, because you like you said, but I would say the country is moving forward, or because you said there is hardship? You see, it depends on our mentality. In the course of hardship in recession, that is when ideas are created. That's why you get ideas that takes you out of recession, that takes you upper level. So kudos to Mr. President, kudos to the Tigers. We are waiting for them to bring in the trophy, and at the time, we all are going to be celebrating as Nigerians, and we are going to support them 100%. And as it is, every state governor should please, this is time for them to sit back. You see, the sport community, we can generate billions of foreign earnings from sporting communities if only our governors can think beyond just federal allocation, monthly federal allocation. You can harness these girls and young boys. You can create games village. We used to have games village in those days. Create games village. Be interested in secondary school sports activities. We used to have a principal's cup that I know very well. In principal's cup, then you see where they get these fresh talents. I remember a friend of mine, Christopher Nwosu, we played together in Ibadan way back there. And so many of them. Bayo Oloyede, his nickname is Silla, and Niyi, he plays for Julius Berger. So all these boys, okay, now all of us then we're all together. So it is important. And all these guys, they rose through principal score. That's where they were annexed. So it's important that all the governors of the state, so please, not just football, let us be interested in all the sporting activities, swimming, athletic, running, whatever you want to see. You say, okay, you have these boys like they are Boko Haram, they shoot. Right, look, instead of them killing human beings, channel their energy to archery, channel their energy to other things. I tell you, by the time we are able to do that, you will see that the expertise, the talent that is in us, when we bring it out to the world, we will rule the world. We will rule the world. We have the capacity, we have the talents, we have the numbers. We will rule the world. Nigerians don't give up. You can see the feat of the girls in recent time. Even when they are down, you will see them, they come up, they will fight, and they will overtake, and they will conquer. That is Nigerian spirit.
All right. Adeyemi, we actually have an update. Our girls have brought home the trophy.
Yes,
Yes.
they won yesterday.
They won yesterday night. They have brought home the trophy, and this is nothing short of inspiring. Our women are doing wonders. They are doing wonders. I repeat, sound the alarm. The Tigers have won this trophy, and we over here at Women Radio are so excited. There was something that you said, channeling their energies into other things. I believe strongly that this sport has brought us together. Nobody is talking about where anybody is from. And since the Super Falcons won and now the Tigers, this has united us, as a country, as a body, and it makes us look even to the future. What do you think the government should do in order to encourage children to take sports seriously? Because before now, especially the female gender, like when women are in sports, there's not really been that much of a support for the female counterparts when doing sports. But what would you say the government should do in order to encourage our young girls into going into sports?
Yeah, thank you very much for me. You see, there are so many things to be done. but I'm going to highlight just few of them, and I think they have great priority, and that actually is going to encourage the younger ones, the upcoming ones, to really, look into that direction and feel that okay, if I go into sport, my future will be bright and will be secured. You see, those two are very key to any aspiring, whether a professional, whether you are a sportman in anything you want to do, when you know that you have a bright future in a particular sphere, and having that bright future, it is secured. You will go all out and give in your best. Now let's look at it this way. When you look at all the sportsmen that have come, that have done Nigeria proud, whether in football, whether in athletics, where are they today? We saw so many of them in recent time that died just because one amen, because they could not pay their bills, all this stuff. You see, if those things that has plagued Nigeria in that respect is taken care of, if Nigerians can take care of the sportsmen, the retired ones, and the upcoming can see that, oh, this Nigeria take care of its own, they will be encouraged. That is one. Secondly, like I said earlier, it is important that we must catch them young, and we should put away favoritism in whatever we do. Let every state governor, let every local government chairman, let them be able to contribute meaningfully into sport in their domain. With that, you see, you will catch them young from the local, and you will get the best. You see, sometimes especially when I look at the football players in Nigeria, I just laugh. You know why I laugh? Because those are not the best. Those are not Nigerian best. I played football. When we were playing football there, you will see us say, Omo, you better don't go for that. If we will not be referring to people whose legs were broken, which ended their career, and because they couldn't follow their education, that was the end, and they started, they were messed up. So with that, you see us, being discouraged from, towing that line. So that was what happened to most those, especially those who are very, very skillful. So when that's what we ought to do as a country is that, look, if you are going to get the best and compete with the other world, with the great nations like United States of America, Jamaica, and China, then we must have this representation. We must have the best ends. When I say the best ends, I mean those who are genuinely talented, those who you see that they are raw. You bring them out, harness them, make the best of them in swimming, in athletics, in all the field competition, track and field competition. We have them. We have them. Like I said sometimes ago, that my wife, whenever we're driving and she sees these boys walking on the road, how they run after vehicles, she will say Nigeria are just wasting away talents. These are future Olympians. Why is it that we cannot see? You see, because what happens is that most ministers of sport that the government has ever put in place, that has ever been on that seat, most of them are not sportmen. They don't know the plight of the sport people. They don't know how to get the best out of them. They don't know how to put things together. All they are just there for is to bear their name and to give and to make others and to follow the encourage for sport competition to represent Nigeria. That's what they do. No, sport is beyond that. Sport can bring a nation. Now, Nigeria is being brought to the limelight.
Right.
Through these winnings, this feat that is being achieved by these women in recent time. In the past couple of weeks now, It is Nigeria that is being sung. Our praises being sung all over Africa and the entire nations of the world because of what? The feat that is being achieved by this girl. So it's important. Let the local government chairman, the governors of each state, let them put more interest in sporting activities. Let them be able to bring these ones. Where the Ajibades, all of them, they got them from secondary schools. Please, let the government do more.
All right.
Don't wait up in Nigeria. And we will look, we will rule the world. I know that. We have that concrete spirit. That is Nigerian phenomenon. We are the greatest. When it comes to anything, when we go all out, when we put whatever we put our interest in, we always, take over. And that is Nigeria.
All right. Thank you so much, Adeyemi, for your contribution. Well said. Well said. The phone lines are open right now. You're still tuned into WFM 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. The time is 5 minutes to 8 this morning. You're tuned into the newspaper review section of the program on the Full Breakfast Show. The phone lines are open right now, and the number to call is 07000 917 917 or 09155 917 917. You can text or WhatsApp us on 08155 917 917 or 0703 1756 537. We're expecting your calls, our dear parliamentarians, this morning to join in the conversation. But let's go over to the messages. This one is Olushoga Ajayi from Odunla Ikorodu. He says, from the Super Falcons 8 days ago in Rabat to the Tigress in Ivory Coast, Niger to the world. These girls are special, unbeaten since 8 years ago. Total dominance. They decimated Malian 78 to 64. Greatness, Choco. Congrats to all Nigerians. On Peter Obi on one-term issue, Yaradua is proof that you don't need 8 years to make a change. Alex Oti is proof that you do not need 8 years to make a change. Yaradua performed wonders in just 2 years. 2 years is enough to achieve a lot. Thank you so much for your message, Olushoga. Next up, we have this is from Hayford Osage from Iju. He says, Women Radio, hope federal government would as well treat the Tigress basketballers the way they treated the Super Falcons, because these ones deserve gifts as well. Remember, what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. He says thank you to our analyst Hayford Osage from Iju. You can keep your messages coming in and your calls coming in. We are excited, and we celebrate with Nigerians all over the world on the Tigress win. We are so glad over here at Women Radio, because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Like Hayford said, this win is amazing, and the happiness is contagious as well. We're gonna go to the next headline. This one, okay, before that we'll take this call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is calling from
Good morning, Evangelist Dixon. Go ahead.
Let me talk with our lady today. Yeah. And that's what it is. And it's not really done. But because of bad leader, so that's why we never get to begin with having Nigeria will be president. This company is something in all areas, in all professions. This job, you have the best. You do doctor, you do engineer. Go to the abroad. Okay, this message, what is it that you don't have? God so much bless this country. But I don't know why we are suffering. We are really suffering in the midst of places because of our wickedness. Most of the time, it's not only the government. In our little place, what are we doing? In our community, in our locality. That is it. What are you doing in your locality, in your little, before you come to federal, from state, then from your locality to your state, to your local government, then to your state. So then before you come federal, we give the advantage before we put anybody in position. So again, we are not supposed to go to what you are going to today. So God will really help us in people be and the better since they doing it from 2006. I'm not sure going to be easy for them to be able to win President Tinubu who know how to play the game. It's going to be very, very difficult. Just quickly, they're going to think that. And we tell Nigerians, let's all join hands together. Let's talk about religion and tribe. So they don't want to come together. They know that if we come together, it's easier. So they are even among the people that are making us causing all these problems that we have. But let us reason together, come together. We will put on your best, see ourselves. People man, you don't see ourselves as people Yoruba out of Muslim hospital. I think because of that, they're not a Muslim hospital. From that family. That's why it's like that. Look at the results, you don't see it in them. And that's why the American country for the region. As you do like that, you go to each other. I've enjoyed this country, but I think I still enjoy it again. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon, for your comments. Actually, Ademi, I wanted you to give your thoughts on something that the one of the text messages that came in said he said you don't need 8 years to make a change. He gave instances of Peter Obi, he gave instances of Yaradua and Alex Oti, that you don't need 8 years to make a change. This is basically off the statement made by Peter Obi saying that his 4 years is sacrosanct. I would like to know your thoughts on that.
Oh, well. When you say you don't need 8 years to make a change, I would say, to some extent, you may be right in a situation whereby what you have on ground, you have a working government already where things are done right. And making a change is relative, let's be honest with ourselves. When you look at it holistically, making a change, what exactly are the changes that you are looking at? What is the degree of the change that you think is going to happen within 4 years? Are you going to be able to achieve the Nigerian dream of the people within that limited time of 4 years? Or the change you are looking at is just in a particular area? Because when you look at the dynamics and when you look at the Nigerian context, when you look at what has befall this nation over the years, and coming to look at what the present government is doing, every one of us, we are crying now. There is hardship in Lule, Kosowolo, that's what most every one of us are crying. But the truth of the matter is, we have been a nation that everybody says all we just do is consume. We have been a nation where everybody says everything that we do is immediate. Now, I want us to be careful so that the opportunity that we have, we don't throw it away. If you look at what the present government is doing, it is not what somebody said micro. This is not microeconomy. It's more interested in the macro economy. The macro economy, it is what will sustain a nation for future. And you don't say you want to plan for future without planning from it from the beginning. You don't wait until the future comes before you start planning for it. You will still have the same effect, the same burden, the same pain that you've had over the time because you did not plan for the future. It is just like somebody who is a farmer. There is a time for you to till the ground. There is a time for you to sow the seed in the ground. There is a time for you to weed the farmland because of other weeds that may want to choke your plants. And there is a time to harvest. So, and all this is called process. It is not an automatic thing. So, if only we can exercise patience and we are able to see the direction of whatever the government is doing and is doing it in our favor, then we must understand that, look, it is when you have to wait, you have to go through certain pains before you can end up enjoy the benefit of what you have planted.
Mm.
That is what I see happening today in Nigeria. So I'm speaking from my own opinion that the way Nigeria is, with the situation of this country, 4 years will not be enough to make any great difference as it is. Yes, you can achieve in certain area within 4 years, but the Nigeria of a dream that everybody is talking about, you want to remove hunger. You see, removing hunger from the land, like you and I have been saying, what exactly do you think is going to happen? You have to put in policies, you have to implement the policies, and you have to make sure after implementing the policies that the policy is working. The policy is attracting what you want to attract to the nation. That means you are attracting investors. And you know that these things will not just happen just like that. The investors that want to invest in your land will have to study the terrain. We have to study the happenings within the policy and the country. If it is what is sustainable, if it is what they can come into, that they will not be surprised. So all this, it is not an immediate thing. That is why, you see, we must understand when we are trying to patch a society, an economy, what we are just doing is that we are just pushing forward the day of the havoc. That's what we are doing. We cannot continue to patch our economy anymore. Like I always say, you see, the economy of the nation, by the time the economy of the nation is stabilized, that is when it will reflect in the economy of the Nigerian citizens. If what you are looking at is that Nigerian citizen economy should reflect first growth the economy in Nigeria, you are not going to get it right, because don't forget that it is the government policy that determines what happens to you and I as a people.
Right.
It is what the government put in place that actually reflects in our own way of life, in what we do, in the direction we go, in what we have, and how we prosper, how we move, how we progress. It all depends on the policies of the federal government and the state government of the state. So as it is, even let's look at it. You see, like somebody rightly said, and we have been saying it, you see, it is not only the federal government that is meant to be responsible for our needs. The local government are part of it, and the state government are also in it. The state governors, if they will be able, with the allocation that is presently coming to them, if they will be able to put so many things in place, the burden on the federal government will be minimal. What will be the money for the federal government will be minimal. But because of the greed nature of the black man, that so much is coming into the state government, and yet they are acting and behaving as if they are still earning what they used to earn 3-4 years ago. And they are still paying at that level, that they are still operating at the level that they used to operate way back then.
All right.
Instead of them to operate in a higher level. So for whatever is going to happen, we need also to hold the state government accountable and the local government accountable, as the matter is today.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution, Adeyemi. The number to call is 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. You can text and WhatsApp us on 08155 917 917 0703 1756 537. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, really, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Mr. Prince on the line. Good morning, Mr. David. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning.
Really,
This is for me, not be me.
Okay, for me.
Yes.
Thank you. Mimi has gone on holiday, and I want to beg Women Radio, please. all those girls very well. Oh, I'm begging because the rate that our professional broadcasters are resigning and relocating to other places, other stations are listening to us, and they crumble the assignment or services they are rendering to us. Please go this one. Let them not go anywhere.
Go ahead.
That being said, that being said, please, I think this is the time that we need to celebrate these girls. Like Mr. Dane, I'm not faulting your analysis. The first girls who won the cup, the footballers,
the Super Falcons.
I'm not faulting their celebration or whatever they give them, but those girls are self-made. These ones are without national knowledge, national coverage, no political delegation, no federation. If I am correct, Miracle is not in the studio. There is nothing like these are girls that determine on their own and background. They came out in limelight, and now we want to politicize it. Please let us celebrate this one's real. This is the real winning, not the first one. Secondly, please, Mr. Demi, as I put up on this second point, you said that what the current government is doing is macro. I congratulate that statement very well in the heart of Nigerians on the street who will come and confirm it to you that is truly macro. It means that there is more economic empowerment, there is job creation in Nigeria. Please show me the real infrastructure. I don't know when last you travel from Ogun State, which is Ibadan, is it Ogun now or wherever, to my own place in Lokoja, the state capital. They said that small city, small village called state capital Lokoja. Please go to that place. If you not spend more than 1 hour in that small village before you get to Lokoja Abaji bridge, and when you cross that bridge before you get to Abaji in Abuja, please check out for me and come and tell Nigeria that what they are doing is macro, not micro. I want to know the economy that will strive when there is now everybody in Lokoja houses has been returned back to Band A. I don't know if you are aware of that. Come and tell Nigerians who are suffering to buy fuel from 200 naira under Buhari to how much now in this current government. Come and tell Nigerians who cannot go bag of rice and return back to 75,000 naira, 77,000 naira, in Boku 73,000 naira. Please come and tell Nigerians who cannot buy a crate of egg less than 7,000 naira. That is macro economy they are planning. Come and tell Nigerians that this B2B only, the way he's paying people, it's strange to them that somebody said I will do 4 years and I will turn Nigeria around. Nobody can believe that because we don't believe in fraud. We believe in fraud. We believe in somebody like people that cannot give us their words and they hold their word to hand. People that cannot come out and vow that this is what I want to do, and it's strange. And I want to see that strangeness come out. The way he's pulling everybody back, I want to see it play. Tell Nigerians that the macro economy they are building is the coastal road they are borrowing money to sort. Borrowing money, and why people are suffering. Come and tell Nigerians that in Lagos State, you don't know, pardon me, that people have been forced to move their voter card to a particular places in Lagos here. Come and tell Nigerians that maybe some of you that are privileged to get these small crumbs from them, you can come on air and talk to us anyhow that we don't know what we are doing. Come and tell Nigerians who are facing the daily activities, who don't have cars, who are joining buses, moving up and down, who don't know what they are doing anymore. They are scared of being sacked from one job or the other. Instead of working for Nigeria, they're working for Lebanese and Chinese. Come and tell Nigerians that is macroeconomy they are planning for you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Prince, for your contribution. We appreciate your passion. However, I wanted to correct something. You said that this is the real one, the Tigress, and the other one is not. A win is a win. Our girls are winning, and that's what we are celebrating. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Alpha Jami from Kitu.
Okay, go ahead.
The last speaker before the present song, you said that for a macro planning or something like that is what we are not understanding. Yes, you can plan for the future, but the type of future planning of this project, the people are not understanding it. It's not to plan for the future. The way all the infrastructure that invest our money on it, it's uncalled for. Let's be sincere to ourselves because you want to build a future. That's what person they will die in poverty. So I don't know. How maybe some people analysis and say that a future. Yes, also is there. But we can't kill the majority of people before the future. We want to enjoy that future. When the present people and the situation are just down of hunger. Tell me anything to support the masses, majority of masses of this country. 2 years this government are performing. 2 years, there's nothing area. Even more than 5% are not go to the masses of that nation. And you are saying they are planning for future. What future? Who want to manage that future? Who want to be that future? When the people are dying, you will plan the future and make sure you maintain the people who want to use the future. Take care of them. So let them witness the future. Not the type of, if you are planning for this or not type of the future we are looking for. Because the property in the land, because this man form of war, everybody will let people. I want to buy Balaga. One is I get like that. There's nothing need for the man. Even if you don't care what it is, look your fight. We will not do more than what he has done. He totally disappointed masses of this country for what he has done. The popular demand carry go there. They said that the man will perform like Awolowo. But if Awolowo was allowed today, he will not happy with what our president is doing now. Push up. What is push up? Push up to do what? To kill the people who the push up coming. This is not the way they are found for the future. In the time, we are the people so that we want to build the society. So about the Obi issue, Obi will do one time. Because Nigeria, the type of them we have, we are not believing ourselves because we are not trustworthy people. That's why many people say the man give us as 3 examples until the music has getting in. Obi will do one time when we give him chance. Obi is one of the governors are not lived buoyant life. Look clearly. It's not the same like people. I can say that Obi is I can just say his attitude is not like in Nigeria attitude. All the government of Nigeria today, they have no half a life, simple life to want to be indoors. So that is why everybody like him. In fact, you say the money is not available. See the way they are wasting the money. Inflator contract. Is it that one we are calling the future? God will save this country. That we all know, God will open our life. We know the truth with a part of life. Thank you, my brother, my sister, and so God help you. Help me this country.
Thank you so much for your contributions, Alhaji Jamiu. Adeyemi, do you want to respond to any of the comments?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm so happy that I can see how my brother Prince and the last caller all came out. You see, this is what we need in Nigeria. What exactly do we need? We need to come out. We have been saying it. And Prince, you always ask me, Maraz Adeyemi, how do we do this? How do we do that? How do we come out? You see, now you said something very salient. You said the whole of Ikeja is not band A. The whole of Ikeja is not band A, and you know that the whole of the people in Ikeja are not 100% millionaires. Then, when everybody were now put on band A, what was the reaction of the people? Unpleasant. We just all took it in without reacting, and we are moving on. That's the problem. That is the problem. When we are being inconvenienced, we don't speak. Every one of us, we can come like we're doing, we come on the radio now, we talk on the radio. But do we really do it to the government saying that they know that these people meant business, that they are not going to let it move, it's not going to work? We are not doing that. We are not fighting back. We are not fighting back. Look, let me tell you, it's like a master and a servant. The more whatever your master does, and you know you are being awed, and you are suffering under the leadership of your master, and you are not doing anything to react, the master will see that, oh, let's continue. These people are not feeling it. That's the truth. That's the problem. Now he made mention of Lokoja, Lapai, and every other places. Let's ask ourselves. I said it. If only we can hold the governors as it is today responsible and accountable for whatever activity that is ongoing and whatever we lack in every state of the federation, we are justified. With the allocation, federal allocation coming to them, let me be honest with you, the state had more allocation than the federal government as it is today in Nigeria. What are they doing? Their allocation has tripled. So tell me, what exactly are they doing with those allocations? When everybody that are governing us in every sphere of this nation, be at the local level, be at the state level, at federal government level, are all interested in their own personal powers and their ambition, then what do you think is going to happen? And for that not to happen, it is for us, the people, that has to stand up to them. So that's the trouble. We are the major factor for where we are. We don't want to sacrifice. We don't want to go all out and demand for what is ours. Or the only person that I haven't done that in this nation, Nigeria, before now, and it's no more, is late Gadifa Amy. And any other activities that have come after this man, tell me, they will only come on the TV and speak. But at the end of the day, they are government contractors. So we don't have those who are fighting for the masses anymore. So when they speak in the social media, on the media, on every medium, I don't listen to them, irrespective of what their names are or who they are in the society. They talk that which will only benefit them. They talk only when you want them, they want you to see them that they are still talking, and they are not fighting for your interest. That is the honest truth. So as it is, when we talk about the federal government, I talk about the macro economy, the planning of the government. Look, I will say it, and I'm going to say it. If the governors of the state are working, doing the needful, that which the federal government is doing is planning. It's like a home. When the father is trying to build a shelter for the family, and the father is using his own resources to meet up that obligation, the mother will have to cover for the father in other aspects of the needs of the family. While that one is ongoing, yes, you will still feel some little pain and this and that, but you will still see that you are able to at least live, make existence. That mother resources will cover for that. That is what is meant to be the representation between the federal government and the state governments. The governors ought to be working by now with the resources they have. They, at least the hardship in every state ought to have down a bit, if not totally. We must be honest with ourselves. The allocation coming to them, how many people are they employed in their civil service? How much are they being paid? If by private, let's look at it. Your allocation, where as a day you were paying 30,000, and you were all those roles that you were doing were just shady jobs. Now your allocation has tripled. You are collecting that's 300% of what you used to collect. And you are still paying the numbers of civil service servants that you had in your service as at debt till date. And the job you are doing, there's no any capital project that is ongoing or that will reflect beyond what you used to earn when you were earning that single allocation then. And now you have so much at hand. And you and I, we are not asking them questions. All we are bent on is the federal government at the center. The federal government is not close to you and I.
All right.
That is why the allocation, that oil subsidy that was removed, was given to the state government, so that they can do the needful, they can meet the needs of the people, they can at least quench and make this easy for people within their state. But they are not doing it, and we are not constraining them.
All right. Thank you so much, Adeyemi. We are running out of time, but we'll quickly go over the messages. The analyst has spoken well, particularly in the area of sports. Let me add to it by saying that the government should take a close look at the Lagos City Marathon hosted every year. The Kenyans and Ethiopians have beaten us, black and blue, in this tournament. Ever since the commencement of the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon started in Lagos, it's not a good thing. That's what Hayford is saying. For me, do you really know that Nigerians are truly missing Buhari? I sincerely now believe that Nigerians are missing the rulership of Buhari. Mr. Adeyemi, reaction. Oh, we do not have time for this anymore. Actually, we have to go, but many thanks, deep thanks to our callers, to the text messages that we have received in the house this morning. Adeyemi, we thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your delivery. We hope and pray that Nigeria will truly be great again.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. Have a lovely day. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, there you have it. The newspaper review segment this morning was quite interesting and quite intense. But do not forget to join us tomorrow again for another wonderful edition of the newspaper review on WFM 91.7, Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Again, thank you so much to every caller and every text message that has come in this morning. At 9 o'clock, we have the news at 9:05. We have Her Lens with women from the geopolitical zones. And at 10 a.m., we have Radio Doctor. We've come to the end of the full breakfast show this morning, but we still have so much in store for you this morning and today. My name is Fumi Bangwala. I thank you for hanging with me today. Good morning.
Have you been a victim of corruption? Do you want to report how corruption affects you and your community? Send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 653